Hello Bruins fans. Welcome, get the latest Boston Bruins news firsthand. We don't share fake news. We strive to publish only true and quality information. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest updated Boston news that we post here daily. The Bruins won their 63rd game on Sunday, setting a league record for most regular season wins. Now the hard part begins. Entering the final week of one of the most memorable regular seasons of all time, the Bruins beat the Philadelphia Flyers 5-3 on Sunday for their 63rd victory, surpassing the 1995-96 Detroit Red Wings and 2018-19 for most wins in a season. They did it with their usual flair, with David Pastrnak scoring a hat trick to reach 60 goals for the season and 300 for his career. Pleased to hit the milestone for the first time, Pastrnak noted it came in support of a record the Bruins see only as a prelude to their true ambition. Namely, becoming the first team with the best regular season record to win the Stanley Cup since Chicago won it in 2012-13, reduced to 48 closed games, and avoiding the fate of the record-breaking Red Wings and Lightning, who lost in to throw away. The Bruins have 2 games left in the regular season, so that number could grow. And it doesn't seem to matter that they're likely to rest some players for the upcoming postseason. They've done this in several recent games, allowing tired, older or injured players to recover and continue to win despite 5 straight weeks of games every Saturday and Sunday. They won 9 of those 10 games. Since back-to-back losses to the Detroit Red Wings and Chicago Blackhawks in March, the Bruins have won 13 of their last 14 games, many of them resting key players. Patrice Bergeron, Boston's top center, has played in just 3 of the last 6 games. David Krejci, the second-row center, has played just 2 of the last 6, and Charlie McAvoy, their main quarterback, has lost 2 of the last 4. All 3 missed Sunday's game in Philadelphia, as did defenseman Dmitry Orlov, who has been a revelation since being traded to Boston from Washington in February. Sunday's victory also eluded former Hart Trophy winner Taylor Hall, who returned to action on Saturday against the Devils after missing 20 games with a knee injury. The Flyers are a terrible team with just 29 wins. But since taking the top spot in the playoffs, the Bruins have continued to beat good teams that have already qualified for the playoffs or are struggling to get there. On Thursday, they beat the second-place Toronto Maple Leafs, best team in the division, and beat the Devils, second-best team in the Metropolitan Division, on Saturday. No matter who they put on the ice or their opponent, the Bruins usually come out on top thanks in part to their remarkable roster depth. Coyle explained the Bruins' consistency towards the end of the season by noting that throughout the year, team leaders set benchmarks, conquer parts of the season, such as a long road trip or a particularly difficult stretch with tough opponents, and challenge the group to achieve a certain level of success. He said that with the top seed secured and only a few games left, they turned to setting a winning record as another worthy effort and a means of motivation. While this Bruins team has a rich roster, 4 tight ends and 3 defensive duos, each with a formidable presence in McAvoy, Hampus Lindholm and Orlov, Pastrnak has been the offensive star. He is 4 behind Connor McDavid at the top of the league and has become only the second Bruin to score at least 60 goals. Phil Esposito accomplished the feat 4 times, including 76 goals in 1970-71. It is the first time since 1995-96 that 2 players have reached 60 goals in the same season. That year, it was teammates Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr, who had 69 and 62, respectively, for the Pittsburgh Penguins. As for the playoffs, which begin on April 17, the Bruins still don't know their first-round opponent. That will be determined this week as 4 teams, Panthers, Islanders, Penguins, and Sabres, battle it out for the final 2 spots. And the Bruins could set another record in their next 2 games. They have 131 points, just 1 behind the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens for most points in a season. Back then, teams played 80 games and earned 1 point for a tie. The Canadiens went August 12, 60. Now teams play 82 games and earn 2 points for winning in overtime or penalties and 1 point if they lose in overtime or penalties. But winning more games and scoring more points would seem unsatisfying if the Bruins didn't win the Stanley Cup. Great to have you here. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments so that together we can expand our knowledge of Boston through this channel. If you liked the content, why not subscribe to the channel and help spread the word to other Bruins fans? It would further motivate me to post daily and keep it updated. In addition, you will be notified as soon as new news about Boston is published. Many thanks for your support.